You correctly predicted the score, although you said it incorrectly. You meant to say Desmond Tutu last night. You said Desmond Douglas.
No, I said Desmond Decker.
Okay, well, either way, you meant Desmond Tutu.
Yeah.
And you got that right. What did you make of the game?
And individual mistakes.
Yeah.
Cost England.
You talking Dunk? You talking Pickford?
Yeah. Even with the Pickford one, it's a bad mistake, right? But there's still a lot to do, by the way. It wasn't like he rolled it straight to Tillemans and he put it in.
Yeah. I thought Tillemans, by the way, was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, but I always feel like when you're a foreign player and you're playing against England on English soil, you almost got like more of a point to prove.
Do you think it helps that you play football in this country?
Yeah, of course. You know a lot of the players.
Yeah.
But listen, the players who I expected to step up did. People like Bellingham just keeps going, keeps trying to invent stuff, keeps trying to get himself a goal, and he did that. I thought Bowen played well.
Missed a few.
Missed a few, yeah, that happens, doesn't it? It happens. But he's always there or thereabouts.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
We got a penalty. I knew that he wouldn't miss. Ivan Toney, I thought he looked really sharp for his first competitive start.
Yeah.
So I think if you're Gareth Southgate, there's a lot to be positive, but going into a major tournament playing against good opposition, which they did, Brazil and Belgium, and you've got 1 point out of the 2 games, it's almost like...
Not good enough.
Special mention to your boy as well.
Kobbie. Yeah, we'll talk about Kobbie in just a moment. But Branthwaite hasn't played a minute. Cole Palmer hasn't played a minute. Does that tell you they're on the plane?
No, absolutely not.
So why has he picked them and not played them?
For whatever reason, we've seen Gareth do it before. Maybe he just didn't feel need to it. Maybe he wanted to look at other players who are ahead of those guys in those positions, and that's why they didn't get much game time. But I mean, now for them, it just comes down to club form. I think it's probably too late for Cole Palmer and Branthwaite, unless there's a flurry of injuries.
Yeah. But we struggle centre back, Bennett. We look so
I know,
poor.
but you've got to give someone... like Gareth's always talking about you can't just throw people in the deep end.
Well, he is with Kobbie.
I get it, but he's been around... Yeah, but he got minutes.
I know, but why aren't you giving minutes to Branthwaite? That's the area that we struggle in.
Yeah, but that's my point. He's not going to wait till the summer and something happens and then throw Branthwaite in when he's not playing a minute. So that tells me that he's not going to play. And so Cole Palmer, and if you're Cole Palmer and Branthwaite, you're probably thinking, oh, got it. You're happy to be in the squad, but you're thinking, oh, well, just give me a minute. I'd love to have got a minute.
Let's talk about my man, as you say, Kobbie Mainoo, who was excellent. I'm not going to go above and beyond. I'm not going to go outstanding, unbelievable. But he was, for his age, for the performance he put in, he was just wonderful.
Yeah.
He wins the ball, he keeps the ball, his passing's brilliant. He is that player that we've been longing for, right? Because it's either Henderson or Phillips, and it's not going to be them, and I think it should, and it's going to be him. Hear me out when I say this statement, because you'll think it's a little bit barking.
Must come out your mouth, probably.
But I do think that Kobbie Mainoo is possibly our most important player going into this Euros.
You are, honestly.
Hold on, no, hear me out.
I only said something.
No, genuinely. Hear me out, right? No, hear me out. If Harry Kane's injured, we replace him with...
Ivan Toney.
Okay, happy days, right? If you get an injury to a Foden or a Saka or a Rashford or a Grealish or Maddison, one of the other of those goes in, right? If Mainoo gets an injury, who do we replace him with?
Declan Rice is there.
No, but Declan's already playing.
Okay, but there'll be other players there.
What's the answer to that? Because you've just answered all the other ones.
Trent.
Does he do that? That's not his role.
But I've seen him play that to a high level. Trent can play
but we've
there.
been looking for this player for a long, long time. What I'm not saying, and I don't want that first bit to go out on social media.
No, I hope they do.
Look, I'm serious about this, right? What I'm not saying he's our best player, right? And I'm not saying without him we can't win the Euros. What I'm saying is all the other key elements that we have, right? If Bellingham gets injured, we can play. I thought Maddison looked great.
Are you crazy?
No. I'm not saying Maddison's as good as Bellingham. This is what you're not hearing. What I am saying is we struggle in that role, right? Linking defence to attack. It's proved so difficult to do for the national side for a long, long time. And I think now those two, Rice and Mainoo, look like I think they should fit the bill perfectly. That if one of them gets injured, if Declan Rice gets injured, we've got a world of trouble, right?
No, Declan Rice, Mainoo.
If Declan gets injured,
no, I think there's too many for Mainoo. There's other good midfield players that could fill that void. So I wouldn't say he's one of
who.
Mainoo.
Who? Name him.
Trent.
Right, different roles, but go on.
Gallagher could play in there. Maybe he's not as good.
Well, there you go.
But it's like Bellingham. Madison's good, but he's not as good as Bellingham.
I know, but there's a big gap between.
There's another one as well that I think is again more important than Mainoo. John Stones. If you lose John Stones at centre half, then what happens then?
All I'll say is you are right. You are right, because we've got big problems. All I'll say is goals win games, and if we can't score goals, if we can't break up the attack,
oh no! But you need to keep the back door shut. Like Danny Mills,
you are right.
I've heard Danny Mills say it so many times, and he's 100% right. Clean sheets and defensive displays win tournaments. There's only if you go throughout the history.
Goals win games.
No, but throughout the history, we've seen teams with unbelievable. Prime example, Brazil, 82, unbelievable going forward.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep the back door shut. What happened? And that's arguably
But they come up against a mental Italian side, and that game was frightening. That's Paolo Rossi's hat-trick.
No, my point is, unbelievable. Arguably the greatest team we've ever seen not win the World Cup because they couldn't keep the back door shut. Right? Even Brazil to a point have always been like that.
I know, but you look at Leicester when they won the league, right? They had Huth and Morgan.
Yeah, exactly. Look how many goals they conceded that season. Hardly any.
I know, but you attacking wise, look what they had. They had Kante that broke up everything.
Yeah, but that's my point. Defensively, Kante was defensive.
Mainoo, right? They had Jamie Vardy, who probably had his greatest ever season in Leicester.
Yeah, my point is, if you look at the league table that season, Leicester hardly conceded any goals.
I think you're just making that up. No, you might be right, but how many goals do you think they conceded that season?
30 something maybe.
Right, okay. 30 something.
Yeah,
we'll look at that.
Yeah, we'll get that. Right. But listen, he's important and he has been brilliant, Mainoo, but he's not one of England's most important players yet. No way.
But do you understand why I'm saying it?
No, I don't.
Because other players that we've got, world-class players, right? If Ivan Toney has to start for England, I'm not sitting there going, oh dear. But if Mainoo's not there and I'm looking at Conor Gallagher, I'm like,
no, see,
no. But Conor Gallagher's not the answer, is it? I like Conor Gallagher. He's not the answer.
But I don't.
But do you feel comfortable with Rice and Mainoo?
Yeah, but I'd feel comfortable with Rice and Gallagher.
I don't think you would.
I'd feel comfortable with Rice and Trent.
Different players.
I feel comfortable with Henderson and Rice.
Because he's your mate.
No, but I would feel comfortable.
Because you're laughing.
You're trying to put him, Mainoo, after...
No, I'm not.
After a little cameo against Brazil and a full debut, which I thought he was very good in.
And he's been brilliant for Man United.
Ahead of, in terms of importance, Walker, Stones, Rice, Kane, Saka, Foden.
But at right back, we've got options. We don't have options in this.
There's loads of players that can play in there. It's just whether Gareth wants to play players in there.
Who do you think the best two are to sit?
So I would have probably...
Right, okay, who's the best one? Because it's Rice and...
So I would like to see him and Trent. But that's what I'd like to see.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm going Kobbie.
Honestly, you got carried away.
No, I'm deadly serious. I know sometimes we do shows and I muck about and say things.
No, but Andy, you've just said he's one of England's most important players.
Yeah, I do. I really
and
do.
That is just honestly barking that.
No, not the best.
Remember, England have got to a World Cup World Cup semi-final and a Euros final without him.
Yes, but they didn't win it.
I get that, but he played against Belgium.
There you go.
They played against Belgium, didn't win.
Who?
England, and he played. They scrambled to get a point at the end.
Come on, mate. Come on, 15 minutes.
Kobbie started against Belgium.
Who?
Kobbie Mainoo.
Oh, last night.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you meant Brazil.
And they didn't beat Belgium.
I know, but that wasn't his fault.
That's my point.
He was man of the match last night.
Yeah, see, I'm not...
Why are you putting him? He was brilliant.
Do you know what I'm saying? He is an unbelievable
Do you start him?
I don't know. I need to see how he reacts from now to the end of the season.
We'll take calls, isn't it? 03717223384. I'm not saying he's the best.
I'm saying most important.
I said he's one of England. Again, you've misquoted me already.
You said that at the start.
One of England's most important players.
That is, honestly.
Speak to Sam. He's a Chelsea fan. Hi, Sam.
Hi, guys. You all right?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, I was doing all right until a few minutes ago, Andy, when you came out with that. I'll be honest.
Okay, but you're going to misquote me when you say you came out with that.
No.
What did I say that you thought that's wrong?
No. You said most important player going into the Euro.
One of. Yeah, one of England's most important players. Okay,
first of all, if you're giving me Mainoo or Gallagher, as a Chelsea fan, I'm still taking Mainoo all day long.
Okay.
I don't think after a couple of cameos and a good season, half season for United, we can put him quite in that category, in my opinion, yet. Don't get me wrong, yesterday he was superb, and he's definitely the future of English football. But I think if you take Foden, Saka, Kane, Walker, Stones out of that team, I still think we're lighter than if you take Mainoo out of that team, in my opinion.
Of course, because you've named about 5 or 6 players. But here's my question to you, right? If Bukayo Saka gets injured, who are you replacing him with?
You'd probably bring in Grealish, wouldn't you, or someone?
All right. You could put Foden on the right? If Kobbie gets injured, who are you putting there?
I agree with Benny, to be honest. I'm putting Trent there. I think Trent's strongest position is centre mid. You look at him on the ball, going forward, dictating the play. That would be my...
I don't know if he's good in little spaces.
It doesn't matter, but I'll tell you what, there's no one in that squad that can pass the ball better than him.
Of course, but that's not what Kobbie's job is.
Yeah, he's got. You said about starting attack to defence. Sorry, starting
But
defence to
his
attack.
turn is amazing. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. He's got a little bit of everything about him, right?
Okay,
There's
listen,
a little
I
bit of
think-
Carrick in
I
there. There's a
think
little bit of Scholes in there.
What? Honestly, seriously,
Mate, there
what-
is.
No, seriously.
Can I tell you?
Paul,
I've spoken
Paul
to. hold on.
Scholes is one argument.
There's a little bit of. I said. This is where you're going to misquote me.
Honestly.
Hold on, you talked about a player. I'm sure it was you. Talked about a player that reminded you of Thierry Henry the other week. Who's that?
Yeah, is that the way he plays?
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't go. He's nothing like Thierry. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but no. But
There's a
Scholes.
Mate, on the he's unbelievable. This
Do you know
kid.
what? I might let him off the hook either. What did Joe say about Bellingham? Go on. Tell him what.
I can't remember what he said about.
No,
Bellingham.
you can remember.
I genuinely can't.
He said Manu.
Yeah.
Is it Mainoo or Manu? Right. Kobbie is on the same level as Bellingham already.
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did. And you started nodding. You might be.
I think you underestimate. We haven't had a player like this. Who's the last player that did this for England?
Seriously.
Name him.
No, seriously.
Name him.
You're putting him on the same level as Bellingham now.
No, you just said that was Joe, not me.
You nodded.
No, I've said he will be. Name him.
He will be. Honestly.
Do you not? Right. I think we are seeing something a little bit special
I
here.
think he is outstanding.
Right.
But I don't want to push too quick, too early.
I can.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, let's speak to Michael. He's a Man United fan. Hi, Michael.
Hi guys, how you doing?
I'm good, very well. How are you?
Yeah, lovely to speak to you both. I've been wanting to speak to you guys for a while actually.
Oh, that's
so,
nice.
Yeah, it's good to be on.
You're
So-
through. You're live. What would you like to say, Mike?
So I'll say this. I think if Man United won the treble, Benty, he's so anti-Man United, he'd be like, oh yeah, they did all right. They got a bit lucky.
No, I'd say well played.
No, you wouldn't. It's outrageous. However, I think for the first time, Andy, I know what you said. I think if we lost Mainoo, there are other players that could come in there, and our international team is so good that, and they should be pushing on anyway. They should be doing well without Mainoo. I think we've got Rice there. Gallagher could fit in there. I think Gallagher could do a really good job if he got injured. He puts himself about, etc.
Madison.
Well, yeah, Madison, different sort of player, but yeah, I know what you're saying, but I think it's the first time you might have dropped the ball on this one, Andy. I think we'll be all right without Mainoo, but I think he'll do a very, very good job for us there anyway.
Is he incredibly important to England?
I think he's very important, yeah. I think he brings something else. I think we've been missing that.
Yeah.
I think obviously his performances for Man United this season been exceptional. And obviously he's got to go, and I think he'll start when he does go, alongside Rice. But I just feel that if Rice is more important.
Oh, no.
If we lost Rice, then yeah.
Okay.
So what exactly are you saying?
I've already told you what I'm saying.
No, but I need you to say that again so I can understand properly.
Kobbie Mainoo is one of England's most important players.
Is right now, as we currently sit today.
Right now, yeah. Because we haven't had that player.
Okay.
Do you agree with that? We haven't had that player?
No, I don't agree with that.
Okay. Charlie's up next, Spurs fan. Hi, Charlie.
Hello, boys. You all right?
I'm great. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, mate. And for once, Andy, I'm actually well in agreement with you. I can't believe the argument again.
Thank you.
Because the thing is, right, everyone, we're not comparing him with Bellingham, what Bellingham is now.
No.
We're comparing him what Bellingham was when he first came in as a holding midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy controls the ball in a centre midfield like Modric used to do when he played for Spurs. And it's that comfortable with it. It's so important. He is that important because now we don't need to rely on Henderson or Gallagher, who, let's be honest, they're not everyone's first choice. They're not anyone's first choice. They're really not. This Mainoo kid has filled the gap, and that's it. We've obviously got gaps in defence, but this guy has filled in the midfield gap.
There you go. Beautifully said, Charlie. Thank you for that.
Okay, listen, filled in the.
He has filled. We haven't had that player for, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years.
Okay, but I would have expected then to see a performance against Belgium.
Look at your attitude. Look at you.
Which
He was
wasn't there.
he was man of the match last night.
I think he will be incredible.
Right.
But I'm not putting him as one of England's most important players now.
I am.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.